Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden defeats Bernie Sanders in the Wisconsin primary. How do I know? Joe Biden is on record just recently, like an hour ago, saying, "Oh yeah, I did really well," because that's how they do things. They let Biden know that he did really well. Gee, that's bizarre. That's funny. How did Biden know? How did Mayor Pete know? Well, because the whole thing's rigged. It's a theatrical performance. We saw from the DNC emails that forced Debbie Wasserman Schultz to resign. They still have not come to terms with the fact that the DNC, according to Donna Brazile, had a secret agreement with Clinton's campaign where she had the right to hire people, let people go. She had all the access to the money. This is in Politico. And it's still ongoing. Hillary Clinton is going to be the nominee. They're not going with Biden. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I will have made the biggest political call of all time. NPR quoted me when my writing was going viral in the Hill, the Huffington Post, and Salon. When I was a one-man equivalent of the media, of the mainstream media against Bernie Sanders, and I was saying things that turned out to be 100% accurate. Clinton is unelectable, would lose swing states. She did. NPR quoted me and the wonderful 538. 538 said that Trump wouldn't be GOP nominee. I think he became nominee. I think he's going to go 8 years now. They're not going with Biden. Bernie lost. People risked their lives, their health. This is unbelievable. In rainy, snowy conditions, it was like basically hail dropping down on these voters, like 2-inch thick, just frozen ice. Not only were they willing to risk everything, life and limb, to prevent Medicare for all. That's how good Bernie's movement was, is communicating, not to Republicans or Trump supporters. I would love Medicare for all. I think it's a noble idea. I think it's great. I have family in France. I spoke years back to one of my uncles. He was saying he had open heart surgery. Cost him like $200. This was a long time ago, though. I think things have changed even there. But it's like, it's not feasible in the United States of America, but let's say it was. Democrats do not want it. And between Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, there's zero chance now of it taking place. Bernie has been a tool of the Democratic Party, funneling votes back into the Democratic Party. What he could have done simply was this, and I hope everyone watching this or doesn't like my voice or my channels or my writing or what I stand for or the fact that I'm a Trump supporter or the fact that I used to be a Bernie Sanders supporter and you don't like me speaking about Bernie this way, tell Bernie Sanders to join the Green Party. He would never do it. If he joined the Green Party tomorrow, you would then get a Medicare for All bill passed through the House. I will say this again as a Trump supporter who thinks Medicare for All is a good idea. If it's feasible, there's already out-of-pocket costs, $6,700 every year from in Medicare. Between $3,000, depending on your plan. There are different Medicare plans. So like Medicare for All, well, which plan are you talking about? There's $6,700 out-of-pocket costs for Medicare, and you have most of the people yelling Medicare for All under 30. So they don't see some of the negatives or some of the drawbacks, not drawbacks, but some of the less than perfect elements of Medicare. Okay, yeah, we need Medicare, of course. It takes care of 40 to 50 million people in terms of health care. But there are out-of-pocket costs. Out of pocket. It is not free. It is not free. Look it up. Look it up. These people in Wisconsin, this is the fourth Democratic primary in the middle and at the height of a global health crisis. And don't blame the Supreme Court, Democrats. You just want Bernie Sanders out of the picture. You want him out. Get out of the picture. Get out, Bernie. Get out. They don't want you. They literally risk their lives to get you out. They don't want Biden. They want somebody who is not Bernie Sanders and Trump to defeat Trump. If Joe Biden's name is not Joe Biden, it is not Bernie. To my super chat, thank you. If you want to support my voice, and this time I thank you. Thank you, CRS. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what people have to do to realize Democrats do not want Bernie Sanders. They don't want him. Okay? They do not want him. His only chance was when I was saying he could have won the Democratic primary. He should have fought. He should have brought up everything from Burisma to the email servers to top secret intelligence on servers. He should have fought because Trump fights. Tulsi Gabbard fights. Jill Stein fights. Why doesn't Bernie? How come everyone who fights the Democratic Party is a Russian puppet? Maybe they're making it up. Maybe they're the ones in bed with 20% of U.S. uranium capacity that President Obama could have vetoed. Maybe, just maybe, the entire thing is a charade. Have you ever thought of that? Democrats and Rose Twitter? They don't care about the guilt trip on Twitter. You know, these people are going through so much, and, you know, it's like Medicare for All would save it. It's like, they don't care. They're literally risking. First of all, the Democrats, this is duplicitous on numerous levels. Number one, don't blame the Supreme Court. The Atlantic, let's say an Atlantic article, or I forgot, they're like, oh, they're keeping American democracy alive. No, they're keeping the Democratic primary alive. The Democratic primary is the antithesis of any democracy. It is a machine. Ask Debbie Wasserman Schultz. It is a machine. A political machine like Tammany Hall. Look it up. Look up Tammany Hall. Rose Twitter. Look up Tammany Hall Bernie supporters. Join the Green Party. I say this as a Trump supporter. And then people will say, oh, well, you're just working on behalf of the Russian interests. Like, no. If you want Medicare for All or any other program or any other policy that Democrats do not want, join the Green Party. The next day, the leverage that would happen. See, Bernie's a tool. He doesn't really want the things that he says he wants. He just wants to bring up the notion of these things, market them, so he thinks a new generation will come. The people who are Bernie Sanders supporters today will be Democrats tomorrow, and Democrats 4 years from now, and Democrats 10 years from now, generally, or they'll become Trump supporters. They're not going to be devoting their lives to Medicare for All. And there won't be Twitter. They're not going to be on Twitter every day like they are now. Twitter will go down. Once Clinton loses again, people will realize, what the heck have I been doing with my life for 3 years? Hillary Clinton's going to be nominated. She could possibly win if you tell people, if you don't vote, and if you don't take it seriously, Hillary Clinton will become the next president. They're not going to go with Biden on the centennial of the 20th of the 19th Amendment. They don't want Bernie Sanders. I don't know what to tell people. They don't want Bernie Sanders. They literally risk their health. Look. It's one thing to go out in society, go to the supermarket, and worry about touching everything, okay? I'm not like that. But it's another thing, like, I'm taking it seriously, like everybody is, and da-da-da. But I'm not paranoid. But I'm not going to go and wait in the rain. Like, I love President Trump. And I'm going to vote for President Trump, and I'm going to tell everyone I know to vote for President Trump. I ain't waiting in the rain to vote for President Trump. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not waiting in the rain. I'm not waiting in a hailstorm or rain. I'm not, especially if I can get sick. Not going to do it. Okay? Love President Trump. Not going to get, sick. These people not only risked their lives, potentially, possibly, the Democratic Party did not have to have the primary. They could have postponed it, but they want Bernie out. Do you think that this is the fourth primary during a pandemic that they're bringing up figures every single day gleefully? The Schadenfreude is unbelievable with Democrats. You see what Trump is doing? This is in the beginning. There's no reason for concern in March. As late as March, New York was so unprepared. New York was so utterly unprepared that Cuomo had risk remains low. He assured New Yorkers the general risk remains low. There's no reason for undue anxiety. The general risk remains low in New York. New York is the epicenter in the entire country. You remove New York, you remove almost 30 to 40% of the cases. 8 of the top 10 states are Democrats. 8 of the top 10 states with the most cases are run by Democrats. You want to know the 9 states that are just fine and that haven't shut down, not even shut down their state? They're all run by Republicans. Wonder why? Why is Texas? Texas has 10 million more people. Texas has 10 million more people than New York. 10 million more people. 10 million more people. And you wonder why New York is the epicenter. There's no, it's really unbelievable. It's really unbelievable when you look at the risk remains low. So Joe Biden, he just said, we did well in Wisconsin. Biden says he's done well. He's done well as results not expected until Monday. That means he won. Okay. Risk remains low. Cuomo. The general risk remains low. Look at that. Unbelievable. There's no reason for undue anxiety. The general risk remains low. There is no reason for undue anxiety. The general risk remains low in New York. So there you go. Eight of the top 10 states are Democrats, with most cases are run by Democrats. So it's pretty much unbelievable. When you look back at this, and it's almost as if they're rewriting reality just to fit their narrative. There is no reason for undue anxiety. The general risk remains low in New York. So, really unbelievable. Really unbelievable. So, it's going, okay, so, I'm trying to look at, there's a quote they're trying to attribute to President Trump. Okay. There's a quote that someone sent me trying to attribute to President Trump. I'm looking at it. But anyway, the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, is they are not Agent Pepsi 1. Doesn't matter if New York is unprepared. Dems never blamed. Exactly. They're just never blamed. They're just never blamed. It's pretty unbelievable. It is pretty unbelievable. It's pretty unbelievable. And they were completely and utterly unprepared. Angela Goodwin! Bernie has ideas but no practical skills. Socialism is not practical. And proletarianism is lethal. Democrats do not want socialism. Do not want socialism, right? You know, this is the thing. The way they play around, Angela, they play around with these terms. I'm a social democrat. Social democrat, I want universal basic income. I want the Medicare for all. I want to green new deal legislation. I want to abolish student loan debt. I want to ban fracking. It's like, okay, a lot of these are actually, if it was feasible, a lot of these are good ideas. I'm not even debating whether Medicare for all or a single payer or having everyone. Thank you, Glow in the Hobbit. Thank you. You too. I'm not debating whether it's a good thing to have everyone's healthcare taken care of. It is a very good thing. But you know what? It's not. See, they fall in love with the alleged morality of their arguments. All they do is pontificate, get retweeted, and they just continue to do the same things over again in terms of their political party. They cheat. It's a political machine run by two people, and instead of actually having a political party of ideas, it's not the Democrats have zero ideas. Zero ideas. Tell me a policy that the entire Democratic Party agrees with. Half of them like Medicare for all, or no, actually, sorry, like a quarter of them do. 75% don't, or they like it but they won't vote for it, or they like it but they find out that they have to pay taxes, they don't like it. Tell me, tell me what Democrats stand for aside for contempt for Trump. And the issue is foreign policy. They don't talk about foreign policy aside from pretending that Russia is afraid of them. That's all they do is they pretend. This is going to be the MC Breed election. Ain't no future in your frontin'. The MC Breed election. Let's see, weather, Wisconsin. This is hilarious. It's not hilarious, it's kind of sad, but. And then you get the spin is, oh well, they're the rain and hail. Spring storm brings heavy rain and hail through parts of southern Wisconsin. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And Democrats voted in this in rainy conditions. Democrats voted in rainy conditions. You look, and it's like they almost live in this alternate reality. So it's like Democrats, they will risk rainstorms, hail, it's just pretty unbelievable. It's pretty unbelievable. They will just go ahead to make sure that Bernie doesn't win. They'll risk their lives. They don't want Bernie Sanders to win. They don't want Bernie. And it's like they don't want Bernie, but every single day you have to hear how the sky is falling. And the funny thing is, they're risking, apparently they're risking their health to ensure that Bernie's Medicare for All doesn't become an issue in 2020. They are literally in the rain. That should tell you something about the people who've taken over Bernie's movement, which has become a gigantic bowel movement. They're going to risk, like, I would never wait in the rain and the sleet and during a pandemic. Maybe if it's just like, no pandemic, fine. I'm going to wait to vote for President Trump, in the rain, fine. But not if you risk, oh my God, you're going to risk the pandemic. Oh my God, everything's bad, And don't tell me they're doing it. They'd rather. Them party would rather voters just. They would rather their voters. They don't care. It's like they have. This is the fourth primary. The fourth primary. Illinois. Florida man bear. Hey, fat. Hey, fat cheers. Florida man bear, thank you. Angela Goodwin, you crack me up. Socialists have no decency. Florida man bear. Florida man bear. This is the fourth primary. And Florida is one of the Democratic primaries. Florida, Illinois, Arizona, and Wisconsin. Florida, Illinois, Arizona, and Wisconsin. Long lines form. Oh my God. They're like, oh, it's a court order. You don't have to. The court order was for the absentee ballots, and it didn't make you. You could have postponed the election until whatever time. They just wanted to get Bernie out of the way. That's it. Then there's this. There's this long lines, anger, and fear of infection. Wisconsin proceeds. Okay. Florida Man Bear, thank you. Yes, tell us again. Tell us again. You know, oh yeah. Tell us again how, long lines, anger, and fear of infection. That's like, basically, that should be there. You know, like, there's Make America Great Again, and then, and the Democrats should just be like, long lines, fear of infection. Wow. Pretty unbelievable. It's pretty unbelievable. It is just really unbelievable how they just don't care. They really do not care. They just do not care. It's striking. And they don't get it too. It's like they go through the this Schadenfreude where it's like, oh my God, Trump this and Trump that and Trump this and Trump that. And they're like, oh yeah, it's cold. It's cold, rainy. It's cold, rainy, and all they do is say, "Oh, Trump was unprepared. Trump was unprepared." It's like these people, these people are hilarious. They're the ones, ladies and gentlemen. They're the ones who are consistently showing how hypocritical they are. Consistently showing how hypocritical. Angela Goodwin. They better have function. I hope nobody got sick. You know what I mean? Like, I hope nobody got sick. I hope everybody's okay, But, like, and then they say, well, it's a court order. It's like, no, the court didn't make people do anything. They took their final chance in person despite fears of infection. Why? The absentee ballots they requested never showed up, so then don't vote. And tell the Democratic Party to postpone the primary. I love how like, you can't work, but you can vote. Voting good, working bad. Voting good, working bad. Democrats like, well, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, but you better vote for us. Oh my God, this is a serious issue. What about your 4 primaries in Illinois, Florida, Arizona, and Wisconsin? And in Illinois and Wisconsin, it's cold. There's literally rainstorms with hail that are like 3 inches. This like solid ice, 3-inch thick ice. Could you imagine getting beaten down by 3-inch thick ice just to vote for Biden? Eventually, you'd be talking like Biden after the things hit you enough times. Unbelievable. I mean, it's really unbelievable. Biden has won. Okay, he's going to pass the baton to Hillary Clinton. She's going to be the nominee, and it's going to be in a way that takes place where it could be, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. My name is HRC. Better vote for me. Oh, here's your mouth. Oh, come on now, people now, man. Come on, man. Corn Pop was a bad dude. Was a bad dude. Corn Pop, you don't stop. I love that song. Corn Pop, you can't stop. Bad. Who knows how it's going to be? Who knows what's going to happen? And this is, I know, just my luck, just to bother me. Daniel, hello. Daniel Bogdan, hello. 100% Hillary's running. 100%. Not only running, but the nominee. Then she'll run. She'll run before, she'll run after. It doesn't matter. 100%. They're not going with Biden. 100% Hillary's the nominee. They will never go with Biden. On the 100-year, the centennial, the anniversary of the 19th Amendment. Hey, smile, everybody. Come on now, people now. Who are they going to invite? All of Biden's accusers to the 19th Amendment celebration? No. And just to bother me, this is what's going to happen. Bernie eventually will drop out, finally. The thing with me is like, oh, you said that Bernie would still win. Oh, and not until July 5th, you imbecile. July 5th, 2016, when Comey covered up, literally covered up crimes. No reasonable prosecutor. Oh, really? Okay. Gee, how many reasonable prosecutors were there for Manafort or Flynn? Or all the people who were caught up on crimes that have nothing to do with working with Russia to hack the DNC to hurt poor Hillary? Look, I love Trump, and the second person I love most is Hillary Clinton. Like Darth Vader, Lex Luthor, Cobra Commander, and then the Hillary Clinton. You gotta love honesty and treachery. I respect Hillary Clinton more than Bernie Sanders. Why? Because she's honest. Flying Fox Roots. Madam Secretary. Now you have to say. Oh, you almost made me say it 3 times. No. She becomes president if you say it 3 times. Agent Pepsi 1. This is Smart Water. Oh. Mike F., you might be right about. I mean, my God, I think that Brady's going to have a good year. Martyrs of Dem, they've been hailed. It's Angela Goodwin, yes. Wow. Andrew, yes, Destro. Yep. Destro, Cobra Commander, Serpentor, Skeletor. Oh, that's Pelosi. Just my luck. Clinton's going to be like, no, I don't want to run. No. No, I'm not running. And then it's going to be, you see. And then they'll be like, please. We're sorry. No. I worked so hard. I tried so hard. I worked so hard. I suffered for you. And the Russians, they cheated me. The Russians cheated me. They cheated me. The Russians. We're sorry, Madam Secretary. Please run. Please run. And it's the same thing all over again. And then eventually, Madam Secretary will run. It's going to happen, people. Look, you get this like, oh, well, the election results aren't going to be. The election results, I can tell you right now, I'm the first person on YouTube to report this because I know the whole thing's a scam. Biden won. Okay. Biden won. And check out my segment on H.A. Goodman's other channel. Wisconsin Democrats wait in rain and hail to vote for Biden at height of panic. They don't care. They don't care. Check out that segment. It's just unbelievable that there's not only, I mean, in a blizzard they would still, it could be a blizzard. It boggles the mind. I'm telling you, it boggles the mind. Matthew, this is smart water. Smart water. Angela Goodwin. Andrew, the narrative for Hillary is going to be the following. News at 6. Vice President has taken off his clothes and ran down Pennsylvania Avenue. In a stunning turn of events, Biden has taken off his clothes. This is really unbelievable. He has been, this man is, you know what? I don't know what we can do now. MSNBC. Well, I just don't. He's better than Trump, and it's just because he took off his clothes doesn't mean he's not better than Trump. Okay. Oh, Biden said the most horrendous thing you could ever say while taking off his clothes and juggling while on a tricycle. Jeez, what are we going to do? Who do we have that could possibly maybe take the baton from Biden? Cuomo? No, in March he said there's nothing to worry about. And then New York led the country in cases. What do we have now? De Blasio? He would be good, but he's at the gym. He has a nice physique. Who do we have? Bernie? They'd rather freeze in a snowstorm and blizzard than have Medicare for all. Who do we have? I don't know. Hillary. Biden is doing it again. He's swimming in the reflecting pool without any clothes on. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. News at 6. Who do we have? Elizabeth Warren? No, she failed her DNA test. Hillary. Oh my God. I'll say it. The Washington Post today had a great story on Clinton. The Russians stole the election from her. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. They did. They did steal the election. You know what? Oh, you don't like her personality? You like Trump's personality? You like his personality? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Clinton's assembling a team. Biden is swimming naked. News at 10. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh my God, it's Clinton again. Yay, no. Okay, fine. Just do it. Just give us a choice between the orange monster. He caused everything. Okay, I accept. But you have to ask me nicely. Please, Hillary, run, save us. Save us. Are you sure you don't want de Blasio? No, more. Enough. No, how about more Bernie, huh? You like Bernie? No. Fine, I'll run. That's how it's going down. That's how it's going down. Oh, yeah. That's how they do it. And I'm going to love every second of it. Oh, yes. I am going to love every second of it. It is going to be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. And the way I did it, it's actually that I did it like the most calm version. You're going to see what's going to happen. News at 5. The former vice president is doing something very bizarre. And the farm animal needs to be sent to the hospital. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Who do we have? Who could we possibly have? Bring back Bloomberg. Yeah, right. That's Spotify. I've seen that. That is such a great Spotify one. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, CG3SSF. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, just tell everybody Biden won. Okay? You know what? I'll give you... This is a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I saw the movie. Biden won. Okay? And Hillary will be the nominee. How it goes down is going to be one of the most beautiful things ever. This is why I respect... Thank you, Spies Like Us. Thank you. I respect Hillary Clinton a lot. Trust me. Nobody likes Clinton more than I do on YouTube. Because I like honesty and treachery. You know, I know the Transformers, I know the Decepticons. I know He-Man, I know Skeletor. I know the Thundercats, and then the other guy. Something Ra. Who's the other guy? Anyway. I know G.I. Joe, I know Cobra. So, I know Trump, I know Clinton. I thought I knew Bernie, but he's not down. He's not down. If he was, he would have fought. Give me your thoughts below, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much. To my super chat, thank you. It's happening, people. My prophecy. It's just now. It's not just a prediction. Now it's not just the greatest call. It's the H.A. Goodman prophecy. It's the prophet. It's the prophet. Mumra. That's right. Mumra. The prophecy will take place. Clinton will lose to Trump. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. God bless. Check out my check out my other channel, H.A. Goodman's other channel. uniquely named. And everyone, thank you so much. Have a great evening. If you voted in Wisconsin, God bless you. Get some rest. Stay safe. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, everyone.